Let's go. This one first NBA game.
And let's go.
Kevin, thanks.
Thanks, David. Kenny, your shot mechanics look polished, even back in college. Some guys take longer to have that thing look smooth and right and make some sense optically.
Well,
PG, we got to let him in.
yes, sir. I want to be back.
You guards always stay together. And Brent, you and Kenny both enjoyed success in the NBA. Always great to have his perspective with us here at the broadcast table.
Well, that's nice of you, Kevin. And certainly Kenny has done some remarkable things post-career. And I love the fact with Kenny's presence, he's just got great perspective on the entirety of the game.
In a moment now to reset the lineups, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up for the second quarter of basketball. And so in the game for the Rockets, they've got Mr. Incredible. Ben McLemore is out there with Rivers. Then it's Damari Carroll, and it's House in at the small forward. Greg, you played over a decade in the NBA. Is there an opening day that you remember most that sticks out in your mind?
No doubt. The very first time I put on that Knicks jersey, you know, your rookie year, the game was in Orlando. I got to play 28 minutes, which was a lot for a rookie back then, especially on a really good team. And it was an awesome experience. That was a moment you had dreamt of your entire life if you grew up wanting to play basketball, man, and I was pumped.
That's a great story. Good on the bucket. Middleton's got the game tied up here for the Bucks.
Middleton only takes a second to get that shot off. Such a good catch-and-shoot game.
Pass to House. Rivers against Hill. Rivers passes to Mr. Incredible. It's hauled in by Ilyasova.
Ilyasova really stopping me
2 or 3 from the field here to open the second quarter. The kick out to Hill. Middleton for 3. Carroll with the rebound. And it's Carroll with the ball for Houston. Following this one, they get to host the Pelicans. They'll find themselves in the middle of this string of 3 straight at home. And Hill over to help. It's House.
Better knock it down.
Hits the three-point bomb. House has got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. Bucks trail by 3. They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
The pass to Korver. Good, and the assist goes to Middleton.
Once Korver establishes himself, he fires that without any hesitation.
Houston's gone 4 of 8 tonight from three-point land, shooting 50% on the 3-ball here. Here is House. Passes it to Mr. Incredible. Tries from 7. And he gets the jumper to drop. And that's 12 points for Mr. Incredible. Junior, a second-round selection for this team in this year's draft. And Greg, he showed them enough that they wanted to get him into their system right now.
Junior is exactly the kind of project you want to use a second-round selection on. It might pan out, it might not, but you love the upside on this kid.
Yeah, you don't want to leave Middleton from that area. His mid-range game is on fire, draining those shots often.
And GA Chris Middleton over his career, much improved on the defensive end.
A true two-way player, and I tell you, that 6'11" wingspan helps. Able to use that length to bother shots and disrupt passes.
Good, nice play there from Mr. Incredible. Mr. Incredible's got 8 points in the quarter.
And they're forcing the ball inside, and it's working like a charm.
Hill passes to Williams. Middleton on the wing. And good, as it just snugs right down through the net.
Now, what a great option he gives them on every possession.
Now a timeout called by Houston.
And coaches looking to seize every advantage, maximize every possession.
Got to feel good as a coach if you make all those adjustments.
Giannis Antetokounmpo, he's feeling it tonight and has been the driving force for Milwaukee. That quarter had to take a lot out of him. He racked up 12 points. Thanks, David, and we'll be back shortly following halftime to get the third quarter underway. And after a fairly even first couple of quarters, the second half could turn out to be a great one as both teams. Incredible. He's checked in for the Rockets. For Milwaukee, they have been exceptional shooting free throws tonight, going 9 for 9. Free throw drops for DiVincenzo.
And that foot injury robbing Dante DiVincenzo of much of his rookie season. But in year 2, he had a nice
Give me the ball.
bounce back.
One of the things, Greg, that I think is most important for any player at any level
And he gonna
is
throw
that
up
you're
that.
hurt, you still have an opportunity from the bench to pick up some of the nuances of the game. There's no doubt that Dante did that last year, and this year has stepped
God,
in
say
and
that.
continued to contribute to this ball club.
And Milwaukee, looking at who they've got. Giannis
Yeah, we
is
just
the
gotta
4
lose that
with
first
Lopez
game,
the 5. Bledsoe is out there with Dante DiVincenzo. And it's Middleton in at the 3. Gordon the pass to Mr. Incredible.
My
And
five
just
net, right?
miss after miss right now. Bucks leading by 9. Here's Middleton. And a great assist by Antetokounmpo as that one goes in. Antetokounmpo's got 3 assists in the game. Outside Gordon. Westbrook against Bledsoe. Here is Mr. Incredible. And too much time in the lane. They get called for the 3-second violation.
And to make that mistake at this time is tough to come back from.
Well, not making things easier on themselves right now, that's for sure.
And we just got a second look there at the exceptional mobile 1 block.
And they're determined to add to the lead, not with more offense, but with big-time D. And everything is dropping for them. Terrific second half run.
Well, with the confidence growing, that's one thing, but they seem to be getting more intense, and that's helping the quality of their play here.
There we go, fans. Keep it going for your Rockets power dancer.
Rockets trail by 13. And keeping us updated from the sideline, let's swing it over to David Aldridge.
Well, guys, we all know that there are some people who dislike James Harden's style of play. They're bored watching him shoot free throws. He said, "I see how teams guard me and find ways to exploit it. I just outthink the game, and I'm faulted for it." Kevin, that may be, but it's hard to argue with the results. Back to you.
You're right, one of the top scorers in league history, David. Thanks for that report. And here's Westbrook. He'll bring it up for Houston. Harden dishes to Westbrook. Elbow shot. And good. Got the friendly bounce off the right side of the rim. Westbrook's got it back down to a single-digit deficit for the Rockets. And so Antetokounmpo looking over it. Down low. A steal. Finished off the break. Gordon's got 14 points for the game.
And running with a full head of steam, but completely under control.
Yeah, you think he's comfortable at that speed? He's done it so many times before. Just an absolute blur in transition, and that helps get the rhythm going.
Here's Antetokounmpo. It's deflected. On the wing, Harden. He's got 9.
And once Harden has momentum behind him, watch out. I love seeing the beard flush it down there with some power.
Timeout called the Bucks and the Houston Rockets last season going out and getting Robert Covington. Greg, why was that a good fit for this team?
You know, Kevin, his range shooting really unlocked Westbrook's ability to get to the lane. Also, Covington's contract creates some flexibility, one of the best values in the league as far as productivity.
Catching up on the changes for Houston. Green, he's checked in for Robert Covington. Daniel House comes in for Gordon. McLemore's checked in for James Harden. And it's Rivers in for Russell Westbrook. 5 on the clock. And Matthews gets it to go.
Feeling more and more comfortable in this offense. That's just Chris Middleton making a play.
Pass to House. And here's McLemore. Inside. No good from Mr. Incredible. Bucks leading by 8. Hill looking it over. And they double up on Antetokounmpo. It's back to Hill. Pass to Matthews. Lets it go with a 3. He can't hit that time. And the Rockets take it the other way.
Teammates right now covering up for the type of off performance he's having. In terms of scoring, this has not been his best night. And there are only a few players in the league who can hit a teammate like that in stride. Beautiful assist.
Outside Hill. And the pass to
give it to him.
Giannis.
He better not score me either.
The Rockets pull it in. Green's got his 4th rebound in this one.
The shooting numbers just aren't there yet in the quarter. Yeah, outstanding job there of taking the harm and still able to finish.
Williams, he's checked in for the Bucks. We know how important the draft is, Greg. It can shape an organization. Talk about some of the best draft day deals of the last couple decades. There have been a lot of them.
Oh, there have been a few. I mean, just coming to mind here recently, how about when Kawhi was traded to the Spurs? That was a huge get. Go back
George
to, how
Hill.
about Kobe going to the Lakers? McHale and Parrish coming to the Celtics. I mean, we've seen that happen quite a bit. And I tell you what, boy, it can really transform a franchise's future.
Here's Middleton, and he uses the glass on the layup. And it's an 8-point Bucks lead.
Focus from Chris Middleton like he'd been there before. I don't know if he saw the defense. The results were good.
And there's the foul on the shot. He'll go to the line for 2. And there's the foul against Milwaukee. The Rockets have gone 6 of 8 from the free throw line tonight.
Yeah, and 79% from the line as a team a season ago. Pretty reliable in that regard.
Wow, I couldn't even
That's
see
good
us.
from Mr. Incredible.
I made that. A 0% chance.
Both free throws good from Mr. Incredible. Bucks leading by 6.
Come on, we gotta come back.
Matthews left side. The tray. The rebound by Mr. Incredible.
Well, the D doesn't seem to be too worried about him from three-point range.
You can tell me.
He shows us why still. I expect him to make one of those.
Oh, just solid on the one-handed slam.
And guys, when it's a tight ball game like this, he's the guy they want with the ball. Outside Hill. Williams kicks to Middleton. That one wide left.
Something that's kept this game close is the fact that the rebound stats for both teams are almost identical.
To the paint, here's Mr. Incredible. Uses both hands to slam it down.
Oh, an aggressive move and fantastic finish.
Trying to send a message with that slam, I think. Hill passes to Williams. Middleton outside.
Oh, that's good.
There's no one around him. Good, and the assist goes to Middleton. Matthews has got 8 points.
After not having a 3 during the first half, he's made 2 now this second half, and he looks hungry for more.
Got 3 seconds.
And there's the whistle. 3-second violation. Jamari Carroll's. So we see the Rockets get the win here. And they had some nervous moments down the stretch, but things finally came together for them in overtime.
Yeah, probably didn't anticipate that this one would be that close down the wire, but give them credit. They were able to regroup in that overtime, and this win has to feel satisfying.
And that about wraps it up. For Brett Berry, Greg Anthony, and David Alton, this is Kevin Harlan, along with our 2K Sports crew.
I'm gonna have to go with Nike.